All right, so this video is going to be an audit or an accountability check of our last video we did on the 2023 sets. So 6 months ago, basically at the new year, January, we did a prediction of sets from 2023, kind of isolating cards we thought would do well. And now we're going to see how those picks went. So here we go, starting off 151.
Welcome to the PTC Card Show.
We have Pokemon, Lorcana, and more.
Over 25 tables.
Entry is free.
See you at the Hilton Peachtree City.
The Zapdos SIR. So this one's a little goofy. Over here we have the 1 year chart. Over here we have the max. So this angle right here is this right here. So at this point we said good time to buy. Why? Because it had retraced kind of to that previous all-time high. And sure enough, here it is, now way higher. So this one was definitely a win. I still feel strongly about the card. The fact that it's leveling out now, maybe kind of cooled off a little bit. If you don't have one of these, probably still a good card you want to snag for the long run, under $500 for a PSA 10. Sticking with 151, another SIR. This is the Alakazam. It does not have much respect. I think it's like the 10th most valuable card. If you check out here where we predicted saying it was a good time to enter, well, similar theme, right? It was way off its top. That's here. It plateaued for a bit, went back up kind of to its all-time high, and then has plateaued since. So once again, I'm still bullish on this card. Gem rate under 30%. High pop, but good entry points, barely at its all-time high. Because that's much different than this Psyduck card, right? You look back here, it was kind of pittering off. That pattern is here. And then all it did since then was plateau and then rip. So it's way up to 511. Back then, this card was around $200. Definitely a great win, one we hit on, and it's kind of double topped up here. You probably want to wait a little bit, but then again, you never know with cards like this. So still love this card. Pop 5,000. Here's another illustration rare that I like, the Great Dragonair. You're going to see a lot of common themes, right? Back in January was an excellent time to enter. That's why I did this video on it. Dragonair was back at its all-time high. Here's January, and where was that? Of course, here. All it did since then is rip. This is now a $300 card. Roughly back then it was like a $150. Pop is 5,000. I love the art. I think you kind of wait for this to plateau a little bit, similar to it did back here, and then you try to enter. Same thing. This is almost like a copycat chart. Back there it had double topped, kind of like a big cup. There was your downward handle. Boom, boom, and then here's another one. And now it's retreated a bit. Probably will plateau and then go up again. All these illustration rares from 151 are going to be spicy. The art ones, the ones that look really cool, which is a lot of them, will just kind of keep rising up. There's only 5,000 of them. I know it sounds like a ton, but for modern cards, that's not a lot. Okay, here's one that I guess we would probably call a miss on. I like this and the Giovanni's Charisma. I like both these SIRs. Back there, it had bottomed out. That was over here, and then it ripped, right? It ripped up to 200. Down here it was like 80, so you're like, whoa, nice double up, but now it's lost most of that and come back down to 116. So once again, I'm going to re-say it. I guess I still like this card. I wouldn't be surprised if it comes back up to this 210 and then keeps going eventually. Eventually, trainer cards just don't always do well, but especially the Giovanni's one I think will. Here's the Machoke Moving Crew. This was a perfect time back here. Here was January 2026. It had been kind of declining. If you look, that decline eventually leveled out. What do we like to look for? We like to look for level outs, especially at previous all-time highs. And then it took off. So we could have entered here back at 100. Now we're sitting up near 200. So there, those are the plays we like. An easy double up in 6 months. Pop 2,600. So, all right, there's that Giovanni's Charisma. I love this card. I think it's super underrated. I think it's, yeah, it's a trainer card, but because you have a Persian, because you have a Master Ball, because you have this kind of collection back there, the modern like luxury high-rise vibe, and then it kind of has a paired card with the Shrouded Fable Persian, which you kind of envision sitting over here by the window. So I like it, but we would call this a loss also, right? Here's that double top and into this, and we've basically kind of pittered around the same. So I still think this is going to eventually be a valuable card. It's lower pop, it's lower gem rate, it's got some cool background like Easter eggs, and then it's got a sister card, and it's got a Persian. So, well, there's my pitch on it, but this was a loss. This prediction did not even return to its all-time highs. So Nido King was a win though. You can see here it kind of pittered around in the low 100s, and now that pittering around had a big jump and it's plateaued again. So I wouldn't be surprised if it just keeps doing that kind of a stair-step pattern up, lower pop. I like the art a lot, and it's getting, 151's getting old. I love this Caterpie art. Back here in January, you're looking at $100 PSA 10. That's basically doubled since, and just kind of saw it coming because the art is good. It's original 151. It's Caterpie and friends, right? Well, it's not other Pokemon, but it's a bunch of Caterpies. Is that a Metapod? Maybe I think a Metapod there sneakily hiding, or maybe it's another Caterpie. All I know is it's a double up, so we like those ones. All right, we're done with 151. Pretty easy set to predict, really, but we were excited to get some good hits. Some we didn't hit on. Crown Zenith, similar story, right? Back in January, it was coming way off of an all-time high. Back down here, not quite back at its previous top, but close. And that was this plateau here. Here's January, buy, and since then, boom, it goes up to 320. You know why it's going to be good. So many different reasons. It's Pikachu and friends, it's Crown Zenith, it's a secret rare. That's about it. And just the chart was screaming it's a good time to buy way off the top. So that was a win. Here's another win, that Mewtwo. It was once again way off its top at 535. That you can put right here. These are all pretty similar, right? And a lot of it was the market. It was just a good time to enter. But as you saw, there are still, you can't just like magically pick a random Pokemon card and have it go up. Well, you probably can, but if you want it to do more, trying to be focused, and that's what the whole point of this video series is. So right back here, it retraced to all-time highs. Now it's kind of declined a bit. As you can see, what do we expect it to do? Decline and then go up, decline and then go up, decline and then go up, right? So my pitch on this card is it's the sister card to the Charizard card from the UPC. It has Mewtwo and Charizard, and more. If I had a 4K pick, I'd tell you what it is. I don't remember what it is, but it's a sweet card, and it's Crown Zenith. That's all you really need. High pop, right? But doesn't matter on a card like this. Leafeon's kind of the same thing. Look at this chart. Buy. It retraced back to this kind of bottom out. Did the same exact thing then, right? That was back here in January, and then up to 230. I still think it's underrated. This card is awesome. I love the Galarian Gallery, first of all, but these Leafeon, Glaceon cards, they're so nice. And for under $200, I still think it's a steal. Because in reality, right, this is just retraced back to here. So this kind of has completed its cup and is back here. But I would expect it now to surpass in the near future. Same thing, right? Glaceon, Leafeon, pretty much the same exact chart. It was screaming buy back here. Now it's kind of, this would have been a great selling point, but if you believe in the card, and that's what we do, we see kind of like a long-term view. It's always tough because it's like, oh yeah, you made $100. What do? You got to sell something. But if you think this is going to then do that and be a $400 card in a year or two, that's where you got to decide. So when I look for, hey, maybe this is still got a lot of room to run, it's because, look, it's barely retraced all-time highs. So I would hope, this up here is a good time to sell, somewhere in the like $300 range. and then you rebuy it when it levels back out at 250. So, but it depends how much effort you want to put into it. The Suicune, similar thing, right? A lot of times certain cards from sets will just kind of behave similarly. Back here, great time to buy in January. It's kind of retraced and is now kind of at the bottom of a little bit of a handle, so that's what you're looking for. Question is, what is the market ready for Crown Zenith to go up, or is the overall market decline going to kind of drag it down? But these are fun cards to grade. Look, they do well over 50% gem, and I think they're amazing. I'm just going to kind of burn through because it's the same exact thing with the Entei, right? Retraced and then kind of decreased slightly. High gem, high pop. Oh, here's the Mew and Friends. This one was a huge win, right? Way down here, probably like 180. You enter, that's here, and that sucker ran all the way up to near 600. So huge win. It's Mew and Friends, and the renditions are all kind of like baby or cute Pokemon, right? So it's just a hit. Finally, a lower gem rate, and this is a classic yellow border situation. Yellow borders do not grade well, under 30, lower pop. So I love this card. We have one, but it's tempting to sell, right? You buy it for 200, it's up here at 600. It's really tempting to sell, but then you're like, what is it going to do after that? Here's the last dog, or cat, whatever. I think it's dog, but same thing, has not even retraced all-time highs. High gem, high pop. So all of these were just good, nice wins. Crown Zenith delivered. This one was another one similar to the Mew. You just gotta see, right? If it's a Mew, a Charizard, a Dragonite, Umbreon, Gengar, you know, the classic winners. If you have this situation in a set and you see a Pikachu in there, the same cost as a Raikou, and you're like, whoa, same pop, but look at that gem rate. Low pop, low gem, and just way back here in December or in January, it's like $150 card, and now it's sitting up near 600, 700, or 500 to 700. So Pikachu tax is real, and this is a sweet art. So that was another big win, probably up there with the Mew. Okay, Lumineon was my sleeper play, and honestly, didn't do much. It did, and that's kind of what you can compare, right? Every card followed the same path. It's just what was the difference in dollar amount. So being able to enter here at 60 bucks and then sell at 150 is a win, right? But this was an art play. I just thought the art was too good to be a $60 card, and it is really. Oh, this one's so good. So another, like, looking at the glaring gallery, you're like, what is this, the second best card? No, it's like the 10th or 15th, but according to value, but it's another low gem, low pop one with a beautiful, beautiful art. This one took off a lot more, right? And that's where pop and gem rates come into play. All of the ones that took off a lot were lower gem rates. All of the ones that didn't were basically a 50 to 60% gem rate. So it's really just supply and demand. There's going to be less supply. Demand is going to be the same. That price is going to go up more. And there it is, up near 400. So pretty darn cool card. All right, there's a couple more sets, but the last main set from 2023, from that 2023 video. So look back here at January. Look how low this Charizard had dropped. Way down off of that 700 top. And it's just too good of a card. And look at that gem rate, 22%. I know some people don't like this Terra, like stained glass art style, but it doesn't matter because it's Charizard and it's low gem rates and it's the chase card from the set. So sure enough, this sucker retraced back to all-time highs, surpassed, and is now flirting with 850. Then it'll be 1,000, and it'll just kind of keep going the older it gets because it's hard to grade this card. So you look at the pop rates, or the pop numbers of these other sets. Like look at the Charizard from 151. It's probably 3x of this pop. So in the end, I like this Charizard as a long-term play from the 2023 era, and so far it was a really good prediction, a huge win, more than a double up for over 6 months. Here was another one. Look at this. This one is screaming by, right? It kind of goes up, it pitters down, it starts to level off. that was here, and then all it did since then was go. Finally gave back some of it, but it's another one. You're gonna notice Obsidian Flames, low gem rate. Thus, you'll have low pop. Cleffa, think back, retraced, back at the bottom, and that was kind of right here, and then Rip City all the way up from the probably 200s all the way up to 400 to 500 range. Another big win. This is another win, but the art plus the Pokemon being Gen 1, Gen 2, those just do well. And then, of course, hard to grade, low pop. Here's the Pidgeot, and this is going to be a good example showing the difference between a Pidgeot, which is probably not as well loved, some people would say not as cute, right, as Cleffa, and Cleffa. Similar gem rate, right, similar pop, but look at this, barely, just a slow linear slope up. And sure, it was down here in the $100 range, and now it's $130. Yeah, it's nice, but what if you had turned that $130 into $400? So I'm hit on this one, missed on this one, and I just told you why. Psychedelic Gloom, I honestly thought Psychedelic Gloom would get more love than this, but all it has done is retraced back to its top and then been a straight plateau. It's a $300 card right now. Low gem, low pop. I would expect this sucker to take off again. It's too cool, the art is too good, it's too hard to get, and that said, you know, it's getting old, 2023. This one, I wish I had one of these. I don't think I do, but I should have seen it coming. It's a badass art. It's like Battlefield, like out in battle Caesar. I don't know why I say it like that, but I just do. And pop under 1500, gem rate under 15. So once again, unlike Pidgeot, which pitted around at all-time high, this ripped up to 400, and it's going to keep being a hard to find card. So these are the exact cards I target. I missed on this one, meaning I didn't pick one up. I told myself to, but I didn't, so missed the boat on that. But it is a perfect transition into this card, which I did pick up, so yay. Back here, look at this Drowsy. There were a couple things I was looking at. I saw low pop, ultra low pop, ultra low gem rate, and it was a Drowsy. It's kind of like a niche art, a little bit trippy. It's an original 151 Pokemon. There's some Easter eggs hidden back here. And look at it, it was way down from its top. It was at a plateau point. So where was that? That was roughly here. It was almost like a perfect time to do this video. It's crazy. Could not have timed it better, but a lot of it was just looking at the chart, right? And so you look here, and that you could estimate it somewhere, I don't know, probably 400 bucks, and now it's up near 1,000. And honestly, it'll just keep going up because there's too darn many of them. And even if everyone's like, oh yeah, I got a Drowsy in my binder, I'm gonna go send it in, it grades like crap, so good luck. This pop is gonna keep going up, but it's not gonna be able to take off like some of these other cards that have ripped and then everyone submits and then the pop goes skyrocketing. This card just doesn't grade well. Speaking of, neither does this. Look at this crap, holy moly, under 1,000 pop and a gem rate closer to 10 than 15. This was such a good time to buy. I'm gonna be honest, I didn't enter here. I entered maybe like here at this plateau. It was like straight for 2 days. I'm like, oh yeah, that's a plateau, I can buy now. But I just didn't see it going back down. The art is awesome. It's classic slowpoke, high derpiness, and then the gem and pop are just too spicy. There's not enough of them out there. And honestly, it's Scarlet and Violet base. There's not a lot of that out in the wild. So I see this as a winner. This and the Drowsy being the like big steals, and two that we hit on with this prediction. Here's one that we didn't, I believe. Let's see, price was, yeah, basically the same. So I thought my play on this one was the hidden Pikachu or Pichu in the background. No dice yet, nothing. We'll see. Sometimes these cards randomly pump. They're like, oh my gosh, did you guys know that Miriam from Scarlet and Violet base has a Pikachu in the background? And we'll be like, buyout on TCG Player. I guess that's what I'm hoping on at this point, or we'll just have to chalk it up as a loss. But that was the reasoning there. Okay, here's another kind of, I guess, mild win. Nothing crazy, but I thought Construction Worker Steelix would get some love. He did, right? This would be January 26, and here we are now up from that up here. But it still is barely, it hasn't even retraced all-time highs yet. Hopefully it does soon. High gem, but low pop, probably just not popular enough. I'm a Gen 1, Gen 2 guy, so I like this card. And this was another kind of flop. I thought that the hidden Staryu in the background would maybe get some love. Who knows, maybe if we get a Staryu IR or something, could get a little pump. I also just thought it was a cool, I like underwater art themes, so I'm probably biased. But yeah, this was another miss. Pop $3.99 though. Probably because no one likes the card. But yeah, so that's kind of the breakdown. You saw, I kind of wanted to talk you through my thinking in the moment back then in January, my opinion on the play now, as well as cards we hit on, cards we missed on. We're human. We do not hit on all. We definitely make misses and make mistakes, but we try to use them as learning experiences, and really the common themes always come back to big name Pokemon from big name sets always do well. And that's to quote the Pika Pika Papa Ryan. So shout out to Ryan. A lot of the methods I use, I picked up watching his YouTube videos. So anyways, we'll keep doing this video series, and next we'll do a recap on our sets predictions for the 2024 sets.